y'all, it's your girl Apolonia Cross. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you a flip through of my financial planner, aka budget planner. I just personally don't like the word budget, but I'm excited to show you guys this flip through because I've gotten a lot of requests on it. So let's go ahead and dive right in. All right, you guys, so this planner I originally had, if you've seen any of my other videos, I used to use this black crop cover as a catch-all, but I decided to go ahead and turn this into a full-on financial planner where I do all of our home and family budgeting. And I really love how functional it is and how simple it is. It's not ridiculously glamorous as of right now, and because we are also we're basically at the end of the year, like it's very full and jam-packed, and like I said, I use it very functionally, but I still wanted to show you guys a flip through since I did get a lot of questions. So let's go ahead and dive right in. Now this cover is from Notique. You guys know I love Notique. If you don't know who Notique is, you now know. They make luxurious vegan leather covers, and this is a black croc. I also have the same cover in the same croc cover in a stone gray as well as a pink, and I love them all. But we're not talking about those. We're talking about my financial planner. So let's go ahead and dive right in. All right, you guys. All right, so let's go ahead and dive right in. This, like I said, purely functional. There's no glamorous like stuff going on. It's lots of notes, but I really love having it set up this way. I might want, because we're going into the new year, I might go ahead and like make it all luxuriously pretty and everything, but it's very simple, very minimalistic. And what I am doing, because a lot of you guys have asked me like how I even set it up, because I use the Budget by Paycheck workbook in this planner. And so instead of getting the physical Budget by Paycheck workbook, which only comes in two different sizes, the letter size, which is 8.5 by 11, or the half letter, which is basically the half, it's half the size of the paper. So it's literally like as big as this, right? So for me, that is just too small for my taste. I really love the classic happy planner size. And so I decided to purchase the printables and build my own planner from scratch. So I am using the black metal disc from the Happy Planner, and I have a clear frosted cover that I am using that I also got from Notique. Anything that you guys are interested in, I will definitely always make sure the links as best as I can will be in the description so you guys can snag those for yourselves. And so let's go in. Like I said, it's very functional. Like I'm using a whole lot of things that I've used in other planners, so I love that dashboard. But first thing that I have in my planner is a pocket sheet, and this was from a half letter planner, or my faith journal that I was using, and that is a half letter size. And like I said, personally, it's just, I don't like the size. It's too small for me. I like it a lot bigger and more room to write, but I love using this pocket right here to hold bills, notes, or anything like that is coming up, and sometimes stickers if I'm stickering. But like I said, this is more of a whole functional type of a situation here. Now, when it comes to the dashboards, because again, remember, I am using printables, so I've literally had to build this baby from scratch. But I got my dashboard tabs. These are January through December. I got these from Cloth and Paper, and I really love, that's one thing from Cloth and Paper. Sometimes some of their items are pretty pricey, but the quality, you will not, I promise you, you will not be disappointed. And so I really was so excited and happy because I've ordered tabs from other companies and they were really thin. This one is pretty thick, even though it's like flexible. It's a pretty good quality. So I really love that. And because again, I'm using inserts, I literally can just pull all these out and then put in brand new inserts. And so that's one thing that I really love about building a planner from scratch and actually investing in quality items instead of like a cheap $15 planner or something. Like you literally, like it's going to last you. Like I've had this Notique cover, God, at least 2 years, guys, at least 2 years. And it literally, you can't tell. Like other covers that I've gotten at like Hobby Lobby and stuff, they break or they get dingy and the color fades and all of the things within a couple of months. No. So yes, if you're new to planning, or you're someone who is on a budget and you're like, I don't know if I really want to invest in that. Yes, you do. Make the investment in yourself and buy quality things, because that way you're not constantly buying. Like it's one thing to go budget, but the issue with buying things so cheap, they're going to break on you. You're going to have to keep rebuying it. So I am a person, I will invest one time and constantly reuse, constantly repurpose. And especially if it's something that lasts good and looks good, yes, give it to me. So anyways, now let's go ahead and get into the insert. Now that we are in the month of November, I'm going to show you exactly how I have my November budget set up. So this way it gives you an idea of what the budget by paycheck workbook looks like. And I only use the essential sheets that I really love out of that workbook. I do not use all of them because she goes very in depth, and some of those pages were just overwhelming and kind of confusing me. So if you are someone who is starting out with budgeting, I highly recommend you check her out, but you can also buy just her inserts or buy the full budget by paycheck workbook in the printable version as I did. So that way you can choose which pages that you want to use versus investing in the full physical planner and end up not even using all of the pages. That's another benefit to going printable versus the physical copy, is just because you can only print out what you're actually going to use. So, and you can print it out exactly how you like it. For me, I like a lot of note pages, like just blank notes, because I like to brain dump, write notes, all of the things. And so you'll see that in this setup. So for November, how I like to budget every month is I write down a goal, whatever our goal is for the month. I write down when all of our bills are due, and then I highlight whatever is an auto pay, just so that way I know for sure this is automatically going to come out. The other ones I have to manually go in and pay or write a check. And then I also have our paydays highlighted. And I also have highlighted different events that we have coming up. With November, obviously we have food that we need to get. And so I want to make sure that I at least know those events are coming and that I start putting away money if I'm going to be cooking a lot of food or what have you. Like we are hosting Friendsgiving, and then I am going to be doing, we're having Thanksgiving at my parents' house as well. And I know I'm going to be cooking for both of those. So I just put that on here as events to budget and highlighted when those dates are. So I know exactly what paycheck this is going to come out of. So for example, both of these events are before our second paycheck in November. So that is going to be coming out of the November 11th paycheck. So hopefully that makes sense for you guys. But I really love seeing it as a month view, so I can see and pay all bills and expenses that need to come up per pay period before the next one. And so this helps me just kind of manage things per pay cycle. Now, the next sheet that we have, remember I told you I like notes? So I just printed like notes on each of those pages so I could just, I like to have my notes. So this is a paycheck bill tracker. And so what you use this one for, and that I really love, is it allows you to really fully break down your paycheck into however and what you need. So list out all of the income here. It gives you the budget option compared to your actual, and then you obviously have to pay your bills. I love that there's the cash envelopes here. And then I will be showing you exactly how I use this with the different bank accounts that I have set up, and hopefully that tip helps you as well. But I've already pre-broken down all of our paychecks, like I said, per pay period. So this way there's no stress on what bill needs to get paid and how much those are. I've already estimated those and pre-budgeted those out. So I'm already knowing every paycheck what is supposed to be getting paid and how much those are going to be and how much we should have for groceries, sinking funds, and debt and savings. So that is already broke down for our first paycheck in November as well as our second paycheck in November. And I honestly feel like I might be missing some things. This, I think, is missing. Oh no, I know why. Okay, yeah. So we're good. All right, I thought I messed something up, but no, we're good. But yeah, the paychecks are broken down, and so this is very nice and convenient. So again, when we actually get the money in, I'm just automatically going like, all right, write it down, compare the actual, and I already know what our budget is. So if we have anything extra, I can pick and choose where I want it to go, but I know that our base is taken care of based off of our expected income, instead of going like, okay, we got a whole lot of money, we blow it, and then we're like, oh crap, where did the money go? Like, no, we've already set our goals and intentions, or we've already set our intentions for our money and established what we're going to do with it based off of our goals. And so those minimums are taken care of. If we have any extra money that comes in on top of that, or my husband's check is more than what we expected, then we'll make those adjustments. But it's just very nice and convenient to already have this stressful part of your brain like taking care of when it comes to your finances, so that when it goes to paying the bills, it's very easy and quick and it's less stressful. So the next page that I have in here that I use is the debt payment plan sheet. And so this sheet, you list out all of your debt that you have, and I like to list it in order of what needs to get paid off first. And so how I did it is I did it by amount. So this one actually was supposed to be flipped, but she does give you an option here where you can list it by number order too. And so that is what I did. And I personally like to write down the different categories by credit cards and our car loans. So this way, this is the unsecured debt, and then this is secured debt. And so obviously you want to get all unsecured debt completely done and gone. And then your secured debt, most of the time, those are longer, bigger payments. And so that's another reason why I did that too. And so I really love using this sheet because it just gives me a whole opportunity to see what all of our debt is looking like. And it also gives us an opportunity to see how the debt snowball is going as well. And now next we have our expense tracking sheets. And this, if you are familiar with a checkbook, it's basically the same type of a concept, except this is in my planner. And I really, really love using these sheets to help me just track what all of our expenses are, and also allows me to see where our spending really is coming from and see if we're in budget, over budget, and all of those things. And now this sheet, as you can see here, this is for my spending account. As you can see, it says frozen accounts because we have the Disney credit cards and it's like Elsa and Anna on the card. So I just dubbed it our frozen account. And then we have our Darth Vader account, which is our bill account. And the reason why, like I explained to you with how I have our budget by our paychecks set up, if you remember, with having our bills, the reason I did that is because all of our income goes into the spending account, and then whatever our total bills are, I just automatically subtract that amount and transfer it over into our bill account. The reason I set up these two different bank accounts, and these are both checking accounts, because our spending account we use to buy groceries, we use to buy gas or anything that we need and we're actually going to spend on, okay? And our bill account is purely exactly what it says, just for bills. Literally just for bills. And why I did that is because we would always end up like spending money before bills got paid, and then we'd be short, and that obviously causes more stress and frustration. And so by automatically setting up a bill account and transferring automatically what your minimum is on what your total bills are going to be paid into an account where all of your bills are going to be coming out of, there is nothing that comes out of that account. It's just bills. And so you never have to worry about if a bill is going to be paid, as long as you transfer over that amount of what your bills are for that pay period or for the month or however often you put in there. And so sometimes there is going to be a little bit of overage or whatnot, but that's okay. That's the great thing about the bill account, is because it's literally set up in case you need to have any overage for a bill. Maybe you have a little bit of over, like maybe your electricity bill goes up a little bit. If you have a little overage from other bills or whatnot that's kind of built up in that bill account, that's great, because now you can use that to go towards that more expensive unexpected bill. And so it's really just nice. Again, like I said, it helps take away that stress and headache and frustration, and also helps you break that habit of overdraft fees and all of those things if you are someone who has a habit of spending your money before you pay your bills. And so this is a great way to just get it all out of the way. Whatever, total all of your bills up, transfer all that money into the bank account, into the bill bank account, and then now all you got that's left in the spending account is what you can actually spend on stuff. Totally convenient. I highly recommend you do it if you have not already done so. But yeah, you guys, that is the gist of how I have each month set up. And like even the same with December, it's the same exact setup. Now the original Budget by Paycheck workbook has a lot more sheets, but I love the printables because you can literally just use what you want out of it. And so those are the sheets that I have. And now these are some additional sheets that I use. This is a membership and subscription reminder worksheet, just listing out all of our subscriptions and how much it costs us monthly and yearly. A financial plan goal worksheet as well that I have for short-term goals, medium-term goals, and long-term goals. And I kind of use that, but kind of not really, just gives me an idea. Yearly savings goals and events. And so these sheets all come with the Budget by Paycheck workbook, but because it's a printable, I love just being able to put it wherever I want it, because I don't really look at those all the time. So I don't need it in the beginning, I just put it in the very back. I have a sheet here that I made of a master savings list that I made for things that are like car maintenance, birthdays and holidays, any vacations that we've talked about, that I've pre-budgeted to figure out how much we're going to need and eventually save for. I just do all the math in the beginning and then I write that down, so that way whenever it's time for us to start going to save for it, I already know and I can start like an envelope or something for that. Okay. And so now let's get into talking about this. Now I really, oopsie, let me do this. All right. So one thing that I really love too, that you want to do if you're someone who has a lot of credit cards or debit cards or gift cards, these are going to be lifesavers. I really, really love using these. These are like business card holders or credit card, debit card holders. And so these are all different gift cards, and I like to keep these in the back of our financial planner. I have gift cards to different stores. I also have like our bill account debit card on in here too. So this way, if I need it because I'm purchasing something online or what have you, the cards are automatically just there. Or if I know I'm going to take the family out, the cards are here and I know I could check the balances and all of these things very quickly, and it just stays in one convenient spot. And so this is something I highly recommend that you do. And you can set this up with any type of a store that you want to. If you guys love to go to Jamba Juice as a family, McDonald's, Starbucks, or gas, and you want to find a better way to help you manage your spending without using the cash envelope system, this is the route to go, because this is what we use whenever we are trying to get better and we don't want to use our debit cards and we want to really stick with a budget. I will put like, I'll get Costco gas cards. Actually, let me show you our Costco gas card. I'm trying to show you without, here we go, without showing any bank accounts. But see, as you can see, it says Apple's gas card. And so this is literally a Costco gift card that you can get, and you can really reload as much as you want to. You can put as much as you want on there and all of the things. And the great part about this compared to cash is you can go ahead and say if you're putting $100 every 2 weeks, but you only put end up spending like $75, all that money's just going to keep reloading onto the card. And then eventually, if you guys decide to go on a trip, you'll have extra money in your on your gas card to go somewhere. So this is a very convenient way, especially if cash envelopes is not something that works for you, because for me, the cash envelopes, I was like changing money from one envelope to the other. I can't do that with this. Like, and it's purely gas. And so like I said, you can do this with food gift cards. You could do it with your makeup. For those of you, my ladies who are into makeup and stuff for your self-care items, like you can get an Ulta gift card and totally do the same type of a situation. Okay, and budget out everything that way. It's so convenient. Date night, guys, do the same exact thing. All right, and so now all I have are some stickers in the back behind those. And I don't even really use these, but I just put them there since they are budget stickers in case I do want to. I'm feeling kind of creative. And then in the very back, I have a zip pocket, which is very nice. I also have something like this in my daily catch-all planner. But I use this to hold any stamps in case I am sending off any mail or any checks. I have my stamps already there. I also keep checks, but I'm out of checks in here in case I need to write a check that needs to be mailed off. And then I have some envelopes to pay our tithes at our church. So I love to just keep this all in here, so no matter where I'm at, or even if my husband's like, well, I'll go ahead and budget, like there's no questions on where is this, where is that, where is this? Like it's literally set up. All you gotta do is say, here babe, here's the financial planner, boom. Where's this? It's all in here, all in one great location, and it looks amazing too. So yes, guys, that is it for this video. I hope you guys really enjoyed this flip through, and I hope also that how I showed you guys how I use the individual sheet from the Budget by Paycheck workbook inside of this gave you some good inspiration to help you with managing your finances as well. All right, so if you guys have any questions, make sure you drop those below in the comments of this video, and if there's anything you guys are interested in, check the description for the links. And don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel so that way I know you guys enjoyed this video. And also let me know if you would like it for me to incorporate actual plan with me videos where I really show you how I actually go through and budget my paychecks. So that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Talk to you guys later. Bye.